You probably know the Flagrant podcast, hosted by Andrew Schulz and I don't know anyone else in it, to be honest. But that doesn't matter, because the subject of today's video is Andrew Schultz and how he is ruining the Flagrant podcast. Now, there's a key timeline in all of this, and it gets worse as the clips go on. The first clip is actually pretty good, but it shows how arrogant he is becoming. And this is when he goes on the NELK podcast and absolutely grills Steiny, which people don't like, so people didn't really care.
What bothers you the most right now?
Nothing.
Nothing bothers you?
You looking at your phone while we're doing this interview, and everybody's seeming disinterested.
Were you looking at notes or texting girls?
Notes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Me taking time out of my day to do this and then feeling
Dude,
like I'm forcing you guys to do the podcast.
I've never been more excited to do a podcast.
Say again?
I've never been more excited. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You don't have to apologize. You asked me what annoyed me, and I gave you an honest answer.
Dap up or no?
Yeah.
We're not there yet?
Yeah. No, we're there.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing.
No, but
are you guys friends with each other?
Yeah.
Like,
why, you don't get that vibe?
Yeah. No.
Why not?
Because the chemistry is weird.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just, I don't get it.
You don't think we're doing a good job of that?
No, not really. I mean, it's not my favorite. Are you, I don't know if you're playing a character or you're having like an insecure moment. If you're having a vulnerable, insecure moment, then I want to like talk about it.
No, I mean, I'm kind of playing something, but what?
Oh, if you're playing something.
What did I say that triggered you to say that? What did I say that triggered you?
Do you find it hard to be yourself?
That's what I do, bro.
Do you think?
But I get shit on a lot for doing that.
It's hard to be around people who are being themselves and not be yourself.
What did I do that pissed you off?
But I do sense that you're playing a bit of a character, and I don't have as much of a tolerance for characters as I do for authenticity.
You don't think I'm being authentic?
I think in certain moments you were, and that kind of like irritates me. I think you need attention. I think you're doing anything you can to get attention.
So this clip's very funny, and I think he is in the right, by the way, for doing this. Because NELK, that podcast was the most dry thing ever. It was just kind of Andrew talking and then NELK being like, yeah. But it just kind of shows that his arrogance is starting to show. This is the first time this was recorded like 1.5 years ago and only released like 6 months ago. But it just shows he's getting a bit ballsy, he's getting a bit arrogant, and this is the start of the downfall of the Flagrant podcast. Before we move on to the second reason in our timeline, I just need to show you how much views this podcast gets. It's crazy. He has a 38 million Joe Rogan, 20 million Mr. Beast, to 6.6 million Shane Gillis. And this is the second reason the Flagrant podcast is going down. It all unravels in the Shane Gillis episode, and it's very cringe. It's the most cringe thing I've ever watched in my life. Like, you're gonna watch this and you're gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever get that like cringe, or you're just like, I can't take it. Anyway, watch the clip.
Down syndrome dudes love TikTok.
Oh my god. No, my guy's nice.
By the way,
that's wow.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah,
they're having fun.
Yeah,
for you guys to sit here and be like,
wait a minute,
let's bring it up and mock them. That's up, dude. That's a dude. By using them as an insult.
Using. We're using you.
So you're insulting them by saying I look like them? Or you're insulting me by saying I look like them?
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not, it's not like...
It's not PC?
That's not cool.
You know what's really great?
Triggering?
You're making fun of these guys, these Down syndrome dudes, putting out TikTok videos.
You're punching down. I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but go back to analyzing fun. Yeah. That's always great.
Bro, Shane actually has been working out, dude. This is
Yo! Let's see it. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Bro, you look good. Is this from West Point?
That actually is.
Oh, nice.
You guys, and you know what?
That's his rival's profile picture.
Shane, can we click the video? I just want to hear the sound. I just want to hear the sound.
It's a Sue. It's
Sue.
Nah, you look great, dog. Congrats.
I don't think that's funny.
But yeah, I see that. I see why.
Like you don't get it, you mean?
Yeah.
But that's not me, so
yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't get the joke. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's okay, dude.
So yeah, that was pretty awkward, wasn't it? That was pretty awkward. Also, it is my birthday today, so I would appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and watch to the end of the video. That helps more than you would ever know. And you kind of have to do it now because it's my birthday. You can't say no when it's my birthday. But we get lit for the birthday. Nah, I regret that. We're not getting lit. So this second clip is like, it's like a half and half. Who's right? I don't know. Listen, there's people who think you should joke about stuff like that, and there's people who think you shouldn't. Stand-up comedians do that all the time, and they get away with it in like stand-up, but they don't get away with it on podcasts. Like, you can say the most heinous stuff in stand-up, and they're like, nah, it's stand-up, and then you go say it on a podcast, and they're like, nah, that's fucked up. Nah. But Shane Gillis called Andrew out, and he's like, what, I'm not making fun of Down syndrome, I'm making fun of you. And a little spice of information, someone in Shane Gillis's family is Down syndrome, and he's been open in the past about how Down syndrome people are like the happiest people in the world, which is so cute. That's so cute. So he obviously didn't like when Andrew Schultz was like saying he looked like a Down syndrome, because it's slagging him but also slagging Down syndromes. And he's like, no, that's fucked him. He's like, why are you're playing that role? Okay. When I think it's perfectly reasonable, and I think Andrew should have been like, oh yeah, no, sorry, that's bad, instead of like fighting for it, when Andrew should know that Shane Gillis has an Down syndrome person in his family if he researched. And even if he didn't, he should have been like, right, he doesn't like it, let's back off, maybe there's something there. But no, he's like, no, I can joke about whatever I want. It's like the whole Joe Rogan thing, where it's like free speech, but like, listen, free speech is fine, but you don't want to offend your guests, you know what I mean? Like, free speech until you're offending your guests, so maybe lay off a little bit. But no, Andrew was like, no, I'm a big comedian, I can do whatever I want. And I think that was a bit shallow. I don't know why it was so hard for him to back down and be like, you're right, I'm sorry. Because that would be the normal thing to do, but he's like, free speech, Joe Rogan taught me free speech when I wanted the Joe Rogan experience. And now we finally move on to the worst one, the DJ Akademics podcast. Brace yourself. So DJ Akademics went on their podcast. He was obviously a big DJ, and they offer him a Zyn, which is like a nicotine pouch you put in your mouth. And he's like, no, is that weed? He's like, no, it's not weed. And he was like, nicotine? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh no, shit, that's so addictive, I don't want to do that. He's like, no, do it. And he's like, no, I have a highly addictive personality. And he's like, do it, it's not addictive. Well, just watch the clip and form your own opinion first, okay? Form that opinion, alright?
Recently though, the driver came up, which, by the way, here's the thing. If we're gonna think about this night, you have 3 people who go to a party. It's Kylie Jenner's party. They're all intoxicated. Apparently one of them is about to be passed out.
Try one of these.
What is this? That's some weed shit. I'm good.
It's not weed. It's a Zyn.
It's nicotine.
Oh, hell no.
No.
You're gonna be hooked. No, I'm good.
It's not about a hook.
You won't get hooked.
Hell no. I'm good.
It's like a dip.
No,
try it.
No.
Will you just try it?
I got addictive personality for real.
This is not going to make you addictive.
No. Like, I have a really addictive, you see, whatever you're doing right there, you're going to see me like with a mouthful of acorns, my nigga. We're not doing this shit. You're not about to go get me like, nah, we're not doing this.
Just try it.
Nah, I can't do it, brother.
You can literally take it out a second afterwards. You're not going to feel anything.
Hell no.
Just try one.
No, I can't do it, brother. I can't do it, bro.
Just try the white boy shit for one. Why are you so afraid? We drank Hennessy the whole time. We finished a whole...
No, I get it.
What is this?
That's a bottle. That's a bottle.
It's not a fifth?
It's like a fifth of Hennessy. Nah, it's not fifth. It's more than fifth. But here's the thing. Yo, Andrew, I can't do it.
That's so funny.
Yo, I am like, I'm an addict. One thing I've realized.
How many fluid ounces is it? Maybe we can do the math.
I can't do it.
Why not just try one?
No, because I'm going to be addicted.
You're not going to be addicted. It's such a stupid thing to think.
And when you see me,
you're probably an alcoholic anyway, so what are you concerned about Zyn for?
Problem.
He never gave in to the peer pressure, which I'm very glad about. I'm glad he stood his ground. And that's hard to do when there's 4 comedians in a podcast sitting around you. You're gonna want to be like, okay, yeah. But no, he stood his ground. But the Flagrant podcast subreddit and Twitter absolutely erupted when this clip came out. Everyone's saying Andrew Schultz is fucked up, and there's been about 700 Andrew Schultz downfall videos from Sunny V2 clones, which I can't say much because I'm kind of doing right now. But listen. Alright, you get it? Okay. I think Andrew Schultz can be funny and his podcast can be very good, but his bollocks are just getting a bit too big for people's liking. He thinks he is the absolute shit. He thinks he is God at the moment. And I feel like that happens with a lot of celebrities as they get bigger. Because like he only blew up, like COVID, he like really blew up on TikTok, and now his podcast is blowing up. When celebrities first get into like the limelight, they tend to think they have big bollocks and walk around like this and all, but then they tend to reel themselves back in and be normal. So hopefully Schultz gets knocked down a peg or two. I feel like it will happen. It happens to most celebrities. He keeps growing until he's like the biggest dickhead ever. People also talk about the Whitney Cummings podcast where he was like mean to her, but I feel like that's the dynamic they have. I don't know if that's so bad. I feel like that's like the dynamic they have together. I don't think it was just because it was Whitney Cummings and he hates her. I think they just kind of have that banter back and forth of like fuck you, and I think it's funny for the podcast. I don't think that was that deep. A lot of people have been analysing that, and I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I think they're just playing. So that's why I didn't add that one, even though most people go mad about that. So that's the end of this video. Please hit the subscribe button. It is my birthday, so you know, you have to kind of have to. Yeah, I kind of have to. And thanks for watching to the end. It really, really does help. You don't understand how much watching to the end helps the video. It's crazy. Don't dislike, because that would make me sad. But quite frankly, that would make me very sad. But yeah, have a good day. Bye.